Okay, this is information or technique information to go with the U21 women's strength training program. It's really important to make sure you get the technique stuff right. If you don't, you've got less chance of gaining the most improvement you can. You've also got a greater chance of injury. So doing the exercises properly is far more important than doing a heap of reps. I'd much rather you stop and not achieve the amount of reps that's specified in the program, but do them properly. So while we're going through this, I'm also going to try and give you some sort of an advanced version of some of the exercises. For example, we'll go through push-ups in a moment, and we'll go through push-ups on your toes, but also push-ups on your knees. So yeah, look, once you've achieved the right amount of reps specified in the program doing the easier version, then obviously I'd encourage you to try and push on to the advanced version. So first of all, just go through the push-up. So Sarah's got a hand set up slightly wider than the shoulder width apart, just on the outside of your chest. She's going to do the version on her knees first. So idea is you look forward just ahead of where you're doing your push-ups in order to keep a nice straight spine through your neck and back, and then just going to lower her chest towards the floor, just about touching your chest on the floor, push back towards the top. So I'll get Sarah to go a little bit wider with her hands there. Ideally when you're in the low position, you want your forearms pretty much straight up and down. So if you go again there, Sarah. So pretty much straight up and down there when you're in that low position, and then push back to the top. There's a couple more. Making sure you concentrate on using your chest muscles, so really think about the muscles you're using. Breathe out as you push up, and in as you lower yourself down. And notice it's a slight pause down the bottom and slight pause at the top. Thank you. If you just want to go around onto your side now. Okay, so just so you can see this on the side. So again, on your knees first. Hands, as you can see, pretty much in line with your chest. Push back to the top. One more there. Chest just about touching the ground. Now it's going to do a couple on your toes. So the idea here is, if you're going to do them on your knees, you have a nice straight line between your knees and shoulders. If you're doing them on the toes, same sort of thing. Nice straight line between your ankles and shoulders. Okay. There, one more. Lovely. Thank you. Stop there, Graham. Okay, this exercise is for your back. It's really hard to do a lot of back exercises without equipment, so I will show you some use of equipment ones later on, which pretty much you can grab anything of sort of weight around the house, so you don't have to go and buy any equipment. So this exercise is for the upper back, so pretty much just lie on the back, elbows in line with your chest, your forearms are pointing straight up towards the ceiling. All you're going to do is push your elbows into the ground, lift your chest towards the ceiling, lower yourself back down. So push your chest forward, squeeze your shoulders back, lower back down. So my lower back's coming right up the ground. It's pretty much only my bottom that's remaining, bottom and feet that are remaining on the ground. Okay. Okay, so the next exercise we're going to do is a lunge. First of all, when you first start the program, we're just going to do a lunge without moving your feet. You won't be stepping backwards and forwards, so you'll step into the lunge position and just complete your sets of or repetitions of lunges on the spot. So if Sarah can just go into a lunge for me there. Okay, so the idea of the lunge is you want 90 degrees in both knees. So back knee and front knee, 90 degrees. Now leaving that foot there, just come up to the upright position and lower yourself back down. So that's your full repetitions for your lunge to start with. So again, most importantly, that back knee just about touches the ground. If you're doing it on the grass, you'll be able to feel the grass in your back knee, and both knees at 90 degrees or in the low position, keeping your torso nice and straight. So obviously you should be feeling that in the quads and glutes on your front leg. Okay. Okay, next exercise is the plank. So again, this is the easier version, so doing the plank on your knees. Again, the main thing here, same as with your push-up, so a nice straight line between your shoulders and knees. Elbows directly underneath your shoulders. The main purpose of this is to work the transverse abdominis, so internal abdominal muscles. So the idea is you're trying to squeeze your belly button up towards your spine. So these internal abdominal muscles are really bracing to hold yourself. So now Sarah goes into the version on your toes. So same sort of thing, nice straight line between your shoulders and ankles, squeezing your belly button towards your spine. Keep your neck nice and relaxed, don't try and crane your neck too much or you'll end up with pain in your neck. But yeah, that's the plank. Okay, so next exercise is the plank. Your abdominal muscles pretty much shorten the distance between your pelvis and chest. So it's this area here that you're trying to shorten in order to work the abdominal muscles. So Sarah's going to, so she's set up there, feet are nice and flat on the floor, lower back remains on the floor, fingers on your temples. Imagine you've got an orange under your chin, so don't try and squeeze your neck and strain your neck. You just try and hold that orange there without squashing it. So now if Sarah comes up in a crunch, so again, that area there between the chest and pelvis is the area you're trying to shorten. So that's, we're not trying to sit up, alright, hence it's a crunch as opposed to a sit up. So we are just squeezing those abdominal muscles. Again, nice controlled pace, not trying to go too quick. Okay? Okay, so this one's lower back extension. Obviously really important to work opposite muscle groups. So if you're going to do crunches for your abs, then it's really important to make sure you do something for your lower back muscles as well. So lower back extension, to start with, we're just going to have hands down by your side. Later in the program, we'll go to extending your arms out to the front. Okay, Sarah, away you go. So all you're trying to do is raise your chest up off the floor. So really squeezing those lower back muscles. Lower yourself down. Feet remain on the floor. Up. Yep, good. Again, don't try and crane your neck up. You don't want to hurt your neck. And spot on. Okay, so this in the program is called a V push-up. So it's to work the shoulders. It'll certainly work a bit of the upper chest as well. So the idea is set yourself up in a V like this, and then Sarah's just going to lower her forehead down towards the floor and push back up. So she's got her hands set up just wider than shoulder width apart, and go again. Nice, slow, controlled motion as you go towards the floor, then pushing back towards the top. One more there. Spot on. Okay, so this is just the bodyweight squat. So Sarah's going to sit up with her feet slightly wider than shoulder width apart. Your hands are out in front pretty much for balance. Weight goes through your heels, so concentrate on pushing through your heels when you come back up. And try and imagine that you're actually pushing the floor away as opposed to pushing your body up. Just helps with technique if you think that way. So try to keep your knees directly over your centre toe, which is done there. Nice and low, back to the top. Keeping a nice flat back. Spot on. Do you want to do one side on? So again, down we go. So Sarah's got a nice deep squat there. Pretty much if you can get down to sort of 90 degrees in the knees, if you can go lower, that's brilliant. But certainly if you want to start a bit easier, if you haven't done a lot of this before, then knees at 90 degrees is enough. Yep, spot on. Thank you. As you come back up too, concentrate on pushing your hips forward as you come up to make sure you engage the glutes. Okay. Okay, next one's the oblique crunch. So to work the obliques, which are down the side, strengthening your obliques helps with rotation, certainly pushing, hitting, slapping, etc. Later on we'll go to more dynamic exercise for the obliques, but at this stage, to build our initial strength, we'll just use the oblique crunch. So hands on your temples on this side, squeezing your elbow up towards your hip, lower yourself back down. To start with, this arm can support you on the floor. Eventually, when you feel comfortable, you can bring your other arm up to your temple as well and squeeze up to that side. The main thing when you've got your arm on the floor, don't push yourself up, don't use that arm to help, it's just to stabilise. So fingers on your temples, squeeze up, back down, nice controlled speed. Done. Okay, so this is called a lateral step push-up. So pretty much start with your hands together. You're going to step out to one side, complete your push-up. Thanks, Sarah. So push-up technique exactly the same. So again, step out to the other side now, push up there, hands back together again, and push up on the other side. So each of these is one rep, you don't count them. So that's second rep and third rep. Thanks, Sarah. So obviously the easier alternative is to do them on your knees, the harder alternative is to do them on your toes. So And show us those. Okay, so again, it's exactly the same thing. Nice straight line between your shoulders and ankles. Nice controlled motion. Okay, so these are lateral push-ups on your toes. So bring your hands together, out to the side, push up, together, out to the side, push up. So that's 1, 2, and see those side on. Bring your hands together to start, out to the side, push up, out to the side, push up. Okay, so we've obviously got some equipment now, but look, you don't have to get it. This is a really cheap barbell set you can grab at Kmart, but to be honest, you could use a couple of paint tins that have got rocks or bricks in them or something. You know, anything that's sort of weighted like that, you'd be able to use. So I'll show you the technique. But yeah, look, there's it. Sort of don't feel as though you've got to buy something. You can continue to do the exercise that we showed you lying on your back for your upper back strength. But if you can sort of find something around the house so you can get hold of something like this, then this is a good alternative to sort of step up to another level if you like. So to set up, hands are just wider than thighs when you're holding the weight at that position. Really important that you keep a nice flat back for this. So Sarah, if you go into the bent over row position, so we'll show you front on first, and just bend your knees. Yep. And so now you're pretty much going to pull the weight into your stomach. Nice flat back. Way you go. So again, nice controlled motion. Really concentrate on squeezing your shoulders back. That's better. Now just show them side on. Okay. So again, same thing. Nice flat back. Just take the chest towards the floor a little bit lower. Yep, that's better. So pulling in towards the stomach, shoulders back at the top. Nice control. Good. Okay, so this is a scissor lunge. So pretty much it's a lunge backwards and forwards, but using the same leg. So we went through the technique of the lunge before. It's exactly the same when we're doing it here. So stepping forward, lower yourself down into that low position. 90 degrees in both knees, and then step backwards with the same leg into that lunge. So just and you count. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Okay. Okay. This is the bicycle crunch. So we'll certainly work the abdominals again, but also works the obliques. So this involved again, lower back stays on the ground, fingers resting on your temples, nice relaxed neck. Imagine you've got that orange on your chin. So starting with both knees up, you're going to take opposite elbow to opposite knee, where you extend the other leg, and then as one comes back, you rotate on the other side. So keeping it nice and controlled. Again, lifting your shoulders up will make it a little bit harder again, so it keeps the tension on the abs the whole time. Okay. Okay, so same as we did the lateral step push-up, this is the lateral step V push-up. So again, Sarah, if you go into the start position, so you've got your V, so again, concentrates more on the shoulders, upper chest. So we'll just step to the side, forehead towards the ground, and to the other side. Okay, so squat jump. So again, we've already gone through the technique of the squat. So Sarah sets up, so feet are just slightly wider than shoulder width apart, go down in the squat position and jumping from that. So trying to be explosive if you can, really soft landing. So again, hands are pretty much used for balance. Drive the hips forward, drive up to the ceiling. If you can just do a couple side on. Good. Nice deep squat. Drive the hips forward. Excellent. Helps with explosive power. Okay, so this is the oblique twist. So you're going to get yourself in a position where you can balance on your bottom, feet off the ground. If you want to, you can hold onto a medicine ball, probably only a couple of kilos, or a dumbbell or something. So pretty much just holding yourself there. Nice straight torso. Lower your hands to either side, making sure you twist right around, so getting your chest right around. So it's not just a matter of your hands going, you're rotating your torso to that side as well, whilst you maintain good position, nice strong balance. Okay, so this is the dynamic lunge. So again, looking at increasing power. So you know the lunge technique, so it's really important to maintain good technique, because this time we're putting the lunge into a dynamic situation. So Sarah's just going to start there. So again, start in the low lunge position. You're going to jump, change legs on the other side. So really trying to achieve some height, driving up as you jump, nice soft landing. Yep, spot on. Okay, so this is a vertical reach crunch. So again, lying on your back, keeping your lower back on the ground, legs towards the ceiling, reaching towards your toes, slight hold at the top, shoulder blades back to the floor, and reach again. Okay, so this is the speed skater. So again, looking at increasing lateral power this time. So Sarah, if you just go into showing them what to do, I'll explain as you go. So really driving out, using your arms to drive from side to side, so that nice soft landing, and then take off as quick as you can on the other side. So obviously the way to increase the difficulty of this is to increase the distances which you step over.